And we are back. It is the final day of the opening matches in the Euro 2024 qualifying, with all the remaining teams yet to play getting their matches started today. Only the two blunders for me in yesterday's predictions, with Montenegro getting the away win at Bulgaria. And after me saying that I didn't see how the Czech Republic would score against Poland without Patrick Schick, they scored 2 goals in the opening 3 minutes. But that is the joy of football. If predicting it was easy, everyone would do it. But that is the fun of doing this series. We've got another 7 matches for you today. So before we get into them, a quick reminder, as always, for you to drop a like on this video if you enjoy these prediction series. And subscribe to the channel. We're doing this every single day, and we do a whole host of competitions during the regular season as well. Let's just get straight into it. And we start with today's earliest game, which is the Scots taking on the Cypriots. Now, I'd like to say this is going to be a tough game for Scotland, because I don't want Scotland to win, quite frankly, as an England fan. But realistically, I don't really see this being any result other than a Scotland win. Cyprus haven't played particularly great over the last couple of years. Scotland have actually performing very, very well. So I'm going to go for a heavy Scotland win. I'm going to go for 3-1. I'm going to give the Cypriots a goal. I could actually see this being more like 4 or 5-1, to be honest with you. But I'm playing it a little bit safe. I'm going to go for 3-1 to Scotland to kick off their Euro 2024 campaign. The other game in Group A, bizarrely we're ending round 1 with Group A. We have Spain up against Norway, but a Norway without Erling Haaland. Now, that's a massive loss for them. They do, of course, have Sorloth up front, who's playing very, very well for Real Sociedad in La Liga, and Martin Odegaard is expected to play for them as well. However, you would have to think that even with those options available to Norway, and especially without Erling Haaland available, it's going to be a very comfortable night for Spain. You would expect. They're still playing some good football. It's another opportunity for their youngsters to shine, and I'm going to go for a 3-0 win to the Spanish in that one. Moving on to Group D, and we start with Armenia taking on Turkey. And again, I really don't see this going any other way other than a Turkish win. They were scoring goals for fun in the Nations League. Armenia haven't won in, I think it's any of their last 7 matches. And yeah, it's going to be a Turkey win in my opinion. I've gone for 4-1. I think this is going to be a very long night for Armenian fans, and I think it's going to be a very good night for Turkey once again. The other game in that group sees Croatia taking on Wales, and again, I only really see this going one way. The Welsh obviously no longer have Gareth Bale available to them as he enjoys his retirement. Aaron Ramsey has been named the new captain, but to my understanding, his performances in France haven't been particularly good. And Croatia have managed to convince Luka Modric to stay on, so that midfield of Modric, Kovacic and Brozovic is still all going to be available to them. And quite frankly, Wales have not got any answer to that. So I'm going to go for a 3-run win to Croatia. Look, could Wales pull something off? Potentially. They're the sort of team that does pull out these freak results, but against the World Cup semi-finalists, I just don't see it happening this evening. On to the final group then. It is Group I, and we start with Belarus taking on Dave's team, Switzerland. And again, it's really easy to just say this is going to be a Swiss win. There's a lot of high-ranked teams against low-ranked teams in today's predictions, and we're just going to go for 2-0 to Switzerland. They've got a much better team than Belarus, and I just expect them to take this one. Again, like I've said with some of the others, this could be more than 2-0, but I'm just going to go for a safe 2-0 because I think that is how comfortable it will be for them. In my opinion, the toughest game tonight is this next one, which is Israel up against Kosovo. Now, Kosovo have performed relatively well over the last couple of years. They have been in a slightly lower Nations League bracket, though. And Israel, despite not playing to their best, have been pulling off some good results every now and again. So, all in all, and with Israel being at home, I think I still have to go for an Israeli win. But like I say, this is probably the hardest one to call tonight. It's probably the tightest one to call tonight. So I could see Kosovo getting something, but realistically, it's going to be an Israeli win. Hence why we are going for 2-1. And the final game of round 1 of qualifying sees Andorra taking on Romania. 2 sides with the exact same flag, minus that small crest in the middle for Andorra. And unfortunately, again, I can only really see this being a very one-sided game as we go for a 3-0 win to Romania. Just Andorra are not a very good team, with the greatest of respects to them. The Romanians have some good young talent coming through, and I expect them to come to the fore tonight. And I'm going for a heavy 3-0 win to Romania in that one. And that is going to be it for today. Not really too much else to say about any of these matches. Like I say, it's a little bit disappointing when all of these games seem relatively easy to predict. So let me know, as always, your comments down below. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be back tomorrow morning, where once again we'll be talking about England.